everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Dae Farm with me, Dae. I hope you've all had a wonderful week. So, we are going down to one video a week. I will only be putting videos out on Mondays. This is because I have ran out of time in the week to actually be able to make content, as I have other life commitments. And I really hope that I'll be able to make better quality videos for you with having more time between videos. So if you watch the live stream, you'll know that we managed to get ourselves chorus fruit. We defeated the Ender Dragon, and that is why we are down here in our lovely vineyard basement, where we are gonna make ourselves the chorus wine. And I do believe this is the last wine in the list of all the wines, and I think we get a really cool achievement for finishing all of these. So let's do that quickly first. So up here in this top fermentation barrel, I have got some tiger red grape juice and a wine bottle awaiting the chorus fruit. Now this is going to take 5 minutes, so we're going to move on to what we're going to do next, and we'll come back to this. Obviously we haven't actually finished all of the different bakes you can make in the bakery. With that in mind, I'm thinking we're going to build ourselves a little milking hut and have a couple of cows over by the bakery. Because as you can see just from the walk we're taking right now, it is a very long route to get all the way to the barn. And I think we'll leave the barn just for meat purposes, for food. So obviously, I think what we're going to do is eat into the hill a little bit here, so you come by the cows and into the bakery. Initially, I was going to put the cows down here, which would kind of make sense if we were having like a sort of service area down here, but I feel like I have to change too much, and it doesn't really go with the flow of Dae Farm, because obviously right now, you come up here, you walk in. As you walk through the building, I did contemplate having a service door for the back room, but it's so much quicker just to run this way. I'm even pretty sure I can do the windows. I can jump through the windows if I really want. So let's go and get ourselves some materials. I think we're going to kind of stick with what we've got going on here. And then we'll build ourselves a little cow hut just off to the side. We could actually put it up on this sort of flat area here, because I don't want it to be too big, and then we could just have some steps coming down. It'll work. Let's go see what we've got. Because I did blast through a lot of our wood making sticks to get emeralds for mending on all of our tools and armor. Oh yeah, we have only got sticks. So let's get out our sleeping bag. Have a quick snooze in here. And then we can go out and grab some wood, because I also haven't been replanting. I've been quite bad with replanting around here. Oh no, that was the Pam's Harvest Craft one. Quick. Okay, we'll be able to make another one now that I grabbed it all. Should have 8. Okay, yeah, we can make another gooseberry tree. That's fine. It'll be nice to make a bigger orchard, probably with all the different fruit trees at a later date. Because right now we've got the apples alongside the house, but we could probably do with a bigger orchard. Okay, that should be enough oak wood to actually be able to make this little hut, because I don't want to make anything crazy or anything big. We're also going to need some smooth sandstone and some fence. What fence have we already got? Oh, we already have spruce. That's good. And then we're going to need some fence gates, so I'll get out some sticks. Okay, let's get this out of here. You'll also notice I do actually have a witch hazel broom, and this is because we came across a hut during the live stream, and I found a broom, and we defeated the Ender Dragon by flying above her, which made everything so much easier because I could just hit all of the targets from up above instead of having to go up and blow up the end crystals myself. I could just shoot them from afar. Right, let's grab our oak logs. I also have the dragon egg because I was told how to collect it by putting a torch underneath. So that's going to be fun. Also now, if we need any ender pearls for anything, I can just go to the end and farm some endermen. So that makes life so much easier. And then I think we'll do the base in stone brick. I know we did the base in andesite brick, but we do only have 2 andesite brick, and that would require me going and mining some more. And then, if I've got any on me, I don't. I need to replant some of the spruce because we are out. Here we go. So while we're building this first bit, the spruce can grow, and we'll just alternate between trees because now we've got enough oak for what we're doing. We can fill this area with spruce. I do think I want to move on to either Hexerai or Botania. I'm leaning more towards Botania because you can get the flight ring. And I think that would be really cool because then we'll have creative flight. Okay, there is some spruce planted. We can now go and do the base of our building, which shouldn't take too much. Okay, shovel. Let's put it... Where can we see? We'll clear out this dirt. See, this area right here is the perfect amount of room. We're just gonna need the dirt back. There we go. Not quite enough. But if we just tidy up a couple of spaces around here, we'll get what we need. There we go. That should be enough. That's it. Okay. So I'm just going to make a really simple little hut. About this big. Because we really don't need that much room, really. Because it's literally just to keep 3 cows in, just to grab milk from. So then we'll be able to add in a couple of steps to come down here, I think. Okay, then I'm gonna do... this and this. Grab our fences and fill in the gaps at the front and alongside the cows. And then the back is going to be smooth sandstone. And we're going to need to make ourselves those fence gates. Oh, we're going to need some spruce for that, but I did just see a spruce tree pop up in the background. So that's easily sorted. We do also need a lot more spruce for the little roof for this thing, but never mind. Okay, spruce wood is in here. Turn it all to spruce. Oh, those brewery tables are cute. Noted for when we make ourselves a brewery at some point. Okay, here we go. Let's fill this up with 2 more of everything. And there are our 3 fence gates. Aha! See, that seems a bit mean to shove a cow directly in there. So we're going to have to alter this slightly. And I think I'm going to keep the initial point I was going to have for the roof and just do that instead. 1, 2, 3. There we go. This is looking nice. It now just needs a bit of a roof. So I'm going to go chop down more of these spruce trees. Okay. So I didn't want this to be too complicated. I just wanted it to be a cute little hut for our cows. gonna hop on top. Whoops. Okay, here we go. Bring it over like this on both sides. And then our midpoint is here. So it would be nice to bring the roof to a point. Like bring it back down to here. So if we go across and up. That might work. Let's have a look. How does that look? Yeah, that'll look cute. It'll come up and then stop here and then go back down. And we can add an upside down stairs probably there to tie that back in. Because again, like I said, this is just supposed to be quick, simple, easy. Roof for the cows. Perfect. Let's see here. That brings it back down to the same level. I think we're gonna need some upside down stairs here, or actually just bring it down one more. That looks better. Yeah, okay. I'm happy with that. Like I said, I wanted it to be quick and simple. What kind of lighting options have we got on us? Just torches, but that's okay. That's all we really need for cows. And then we'll bring a staircase up from the bakery. Probably do with some more dirt again. That should be enough. And then we'll turn this into pathway. Like so. Perfect. Now we can go grab ourselves 3 of our cows to live here. I think I'm gonna go grab a lead though, because I think getting them in with a lead will be easier than leading them in with wheat. Now there's a few too many mobs about, so I'm just gonna take a snooze on the barn floor. And in the morning, we will move our cows. So who have we got here? 1, 2, 3. Come on out, everyone. That's it. Follow the leader one at a time. Oh, now they're getting pushed by other cows who are trying to escape. Nope. Okay. You can hang out here for a little while. I will be putting you back in your pen later. Right, come on, guys. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta deal with this schmuck. Everybody good? Everybody's good. Okay. Hurry along now. There's mobs staring at us. Oh, we lost a cow. Come on. It was not made for walking backwards. I don't like it. That's it. Nearly there. Come on. Okay. Let's see. Come on, you. In you go. In. Oh, this is going to be a pain, isn't it? now we have somewhere to milk our cows for our bakery instead of having to run all the way over to the barn. Now let's go put that one cow back and we can start thinking about Botania. Hello, Bessie. It's time to go back in your pen with everybody else. Come on now. Oh, this is going to take me ages. Come on, everybody. Follow the wheat. There we go. Right, who has got my lead on them? There we go, got it back. Okay. I will breed you guys together. Everybody done? I think everybody is done. Yep. These pigs really need some carrots as well. Because we've only got 2 pigs. So for Botania, to get started, you should really kind of go on a petal hunt. And also we're going to need a Lexica Botania. Now, I just want to check we haven't picked one up anywhere. It doesn't look like we have. And here is a Lexica Botania, and this is the upgraded version of the Lexica Botania. But you start with a sapling and a book. Oh, we already have saplings on us. We don't need to do that. 1 book, 1 sapling, and that gets us a Lexica Botania. Magic, tech, naturally. Botania is a tech mod themed around natural magic. The main concept is to create magical flowers and devices utilizing the power of the earth in the form of mana. I'm going to make it big so we can all see. So we've got basics and mechanics, natural apparatus, mystical items, trinkets and accessories, ender, artifacts, and miscellaneous. I am interested in the mythical items because I believe there is a ring that will get us to fly. So having just had a very quick Google, it's actually a tiara we need. So here is the flugel tiara. This is what will actually help us to fly. And there's a lot of different types. But we just kind of, you know, need one that'll let us fly. So this one has no wings. So that's not the one we want. So here is the flugel tiara, which is literally just a normal flugel tiara. Which is just a normal flugel tiara and a piece of nether quartz. And then we should be able to fly, which will be really fun. So to make that, we're going to need to fight the Gaia, which is like end goals. So in order to get Gaia spirits, we are actually going to have to fight the Gaia. And that is one very strong spirit. The last time I did Botania, I did that in full Awakened Supremium armor, and I messed up and still managed to die. So this is how strong this Gaia spirit is. So we need to be like ready and powerful before we do this. So this is like end goal. We want to be able to creative fly, because think about the builds we can do when we can creative fly. But before we get anywhere near that, we're going to have to put in the work. So we're going to need feathers from our chicken coop. So we're going to need to start breeding those chickens in that tiny chicken coop. So let's get ourselves some seeds and head on over to our chickens. I am going to make myself a feeding trough because if I put the seeds inside this feeding trough inside the chicken coop, the chickens will automatically breed, so I don't have to go back in there. Because that's a very small chicken coop, and if I were to open the door, they would flock out. And it would not be pretty. Oh no, I'm being chased by a tiny zombie, aren't I? So annoying. God, the horde is really out tonight. Okay, just gonna slip in with you guys. you down a feeding trough and fill it. And they should eat from it themselves? Place a feeding trough. Okay. I don't know if it's not at the right level or something. But, you know, we'll give them a little snacky snack now and pop out. Ah! The horde! Oh, nice trousers. Okay. We've got some more chickens on the go. I do kind of wish they just sort of dropped feathers themselves, but obviously that's unreasonable thinking. I believe we actually do have some feathers already, so we'll be able to do that to get ourselves on the way. Now, how do we turn a Lexica Botania into the next one? We have to put it through the elven portal, so that should probably be the first thing we do. So we're going to need some living wood and some terra steel. In order to get ourselves our terra steel ingot, we're going to need to combine a mana diamond, a mana steel ingot, and a mana pearl together on a terrestrial agglomeration plate. And then we'll get ourselves the terra steel ingot. So it's a lot of work, and it is a tech mod at its core, but it's magic, and I thought it would be nice to add a sprinkling of magic into our farm, because we're going to have to farm flowers for this. So let's see where the book wants us to start. Welcome to Botania. I congratulate you on the fine decision to strap a sapling and a book together, or just on finding this tome in a chest, whichever one applies. You can navigate this book with the arrows at the bottom of this page, or scroll through pages with your mouse wheel. Despite its appearance, Botania is in essence a tech mod. It requires you to put to use integrity, thought, and redstone to create and progress. Keep that in mind. Of course, you'll also be rewarded with cool toys, blocks, and equipment along the way. Botania is a mod for anybody who likes to play Minecraft because they like building cool things. It is designed to be fully playable standalone, but can also be played with other mods. With a few exceptions, everything in this mod can be fully automated with only Minecraft and itself. If you happen to find yourself feeling lost, try checking out the mod's advancements or challenges, both of which can be found on the left-hand side of this book's main page. The book is laid out in a user-friendly way with a fair number of helpful features, so before you jump in and start playing, take a bit of time to familiarise yourself with those. The entry index category is helpful for searching for a particular entry, as it contains every entry in the book in one place. And that's it for this introduction. I hope you enjoy playing with Botania as much as I enjoyed making it. Vazki, the mod author. Continue by pressing the back button on the bottom. Right-clicking has the same effect. Ooh, I like the right-clicking thing. So, we probably want to start with magical flowers, well, mystical flowers. Around the world, you may stumble upon a large variety of mystical flowers. Spotting these flowers doesn't take much work as they glow faintly and sparkle. They come in a total of 16 different colours. These flowers can also be grown with floral fertilizer. Flowers as far as the eye can see. These flowers can be plucked for mystical petals, which are used in the creation of magical instruments and plants. Right-clicking a petal upon the ground will bury it, making it emit particles. Obviously, we did a little bit of this in Littleton, and we made ourselves some living wood and some living rock. But we didn't really go any further than that with Botania, so we're going to get ourselves all the way to the tiara this time. These petals could also be crushed into the corresponding dyes. By mixing dye with some bone meal, you'll create a different type of fertilizer. This floral fertilizer will grow a few mystical flowers in the nearby vicinity if you ever run low on those. Depending on the soil, shimmering mushrooms may grow in addition to or instead of flowers. Using any combination of typical flower substances will work. There are also some taller variants of the typical mystical flowers around the world. These can be plucked for twice the petals a normal flower would yield. Tall flower variants can be made manually by fertilizing a mystical flower or a buried petal with bone meal. If you find yourself running low on a particular colour, try burying a petal of that colour and using bone meal on it. Petals can also be made into blocks, and the other way around. That's good for storage. And we're going to start with the pure daisy. Far from being just the most basic, the pure daisy is the most important flower a botanist can have. This flower will purify any adjacent wood and stone blocks, as seen on the next page, into their purified counterparts, living wood and living rock. These resources are important crafting materials throughout a botanist's career. Living wood can be turned into twigs. A few other blocks can also be purified by placing them around the flower. While not as unique and essential as the living blocks, these recipes still can come in handy. Netherrack purifies into cobblestone, soul sand into sand, blaze mesh into obsidian, water into snow, ice into packed ice into blue ice, and endstone into cobbled deep slate, releasing a small cloud of ender air in the process. And so the pure daisy is a blank canvas for us to start our adventure. So we are going to need some of these mystical white flowers, because I am pretty sure we do not have any. But let's have a look anyway. We've got some mystical here. Okay, we've got 3. Do we have any more up here? Now, I think we need to grab ourselves a flower pouch. I know it's definitely called a pouch. There we go. So the flower pouch is some wool and mystical flower, basically. So we'll grab one of these magenta ones and our 6 wool. Throw them all together. Oh, or not. Does it have to be dye? Oh, now I'm very confused. Have I just done it wrong? Oh, I did. Okay, there we go. We got it. And now, with the pouch, you can store loads of flowers inside this pouch, and it just means you're not filling up a bunch of areas with your flowers. Obviously, we have a stack upgrade in our backpack, and that will make life easier. But let's head over to our nearest flower meadow and see if we can find these mystical flowers. So we're quite lucky in the fact that we do actually have almost every single colour already. We're just missing black, dark green, and brown, really. Oh! Here they are. Right, let's get all the mystical flowers out of here. And put them in our pouch so we know what we've got. So now we're just missing dark green and brown. Oh, there's brown. Ow. What was that? Oh my goodness, I'm being hunted. Oh no. Ow! Why are these birds so mad? These are what we were looking for. Thank goodness. I thought we'd be out here forever. Okay, we've got them all. Wonderful. Let's get ourselves home. So with all of our flowers collected, let's go and grab ourselves our chorus wine, which should be done by now. I know I can make this jump. Aha! Nailed it. So we're going to come in here, get ourselves downstairs, open up our barrel, and here is our chorus wine. Oh, I was expecting some kind of like loud fanfare about finishing it then. We've only done 17 out of 25 wine variants, apparently. I mean, that's probably aged wine. With our chorus wine complete, that brings us to the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. Next episode, we will dive straight into Botania, and I will get on into the creative planning world, plan ourselves a wonderful building to actually do Botania in, and then I'm also going to plan out the top layer of this building to be hexeri, because if we're going to have owls and crows and be able to take off on our broom, we're going to need to have quite an open area for hexeri. So I'll see you all again next week. Bye!